Hey YouTube, Kisdota here. Okay, so it is now 6 a.m. It's dark outside. I just got up. I'm exhausted, tired, running on 4 hours of sleep. And now we're going to see the 5th character to be released into Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I'm excited. This time, I've, let's see, when to the first character that was introduced, when Joker was announced, I was at the midnight release of Super Smash Bros. And that was when it was just playing the old Super Smash on the Wii. Oh!
Hello everyone, I'm Masahiro Sakurai.
Am I recording?
Super Smash
Everything
Bros.
good?
Ultimate
Everything
for
looks
Sora
good.
Limited.
Yes!
We'll be using today's showcase to give you a first look at our next DLC fighter.
With no pre-announcement?
Actually, hardly anyone knows what we'll be announcing today, even among
Excuse me?
Nintendo staff worldwide.
Ooh.
The development team and other stakeholders have been working on this fighter with the utmost secrecy.
Okay.
Which means other Nintendo staff around the globe will only start making preparations for release after the showcase.
I got a mustache and beard.
So,
A little more time is needed before we can release the fighter.
It will take a little time.
That's fine. Yeah, man, take your time.
Many Nintendo employees will
You're doing
be
better than
surprised
Pokemon.
and say, "Wow, really?"
Really? Are we gonna hate it?
So, let's all share in the fun of getting our hands on the latest information.
Okay.
However, even if you say, "That's not the character I was picturing," I hope you don't have any hard feelings.
I'm getting
Prepared a fighter
worried
reveal
a bit.
video. Once it starts, I think you'll figure out who it is pretty quickly. Now, let's do this.
I'm getting worried now. I'm worried that people will hate it. I know how fans are. They're pretty toxic. Whew, here we go. Oh. It's, Wow. Yeah, I guess that's what I was expecting.
The time has finally come to unleash the forbidden spell of Zaharas upon our enemies!
Another Fire Emblem character. Well, that's one more I gotta add to the collection of amiibos. Oh my god, I'm not that excited.
What were you thinking,
I'm not that
charging right into an enemy's trap? As you
Hello,
and I have
Suthis.
done, I too am trapped within this void. In time, our hearts and minds will cease to be.
I think you dropped the ball
Are you
near the
prepared
end.
to die?
Oh man, so many people were expecting Sora from Kingdom Hearts. At least the people I
I
think.
thought as much.
Or no.
I also do not wish to die. And yet... there is no other choice. You must join Smash.
Of course. Oh man.
Join Smash Brothers already! What in the world are you waiting for?
I can tell already people are going to be angry that a Fire Emblem character joined Smash once again. Byleth joined Smash.
So joining Smash consumes even the darkness itself!
Oh, hey! I guess I guess the next stage is going to be at the church. Oh, he's getting his ass whooped. Oh, you're back?
Sooner than expected. I see. Too many swordsmen, are there? And you wield the sword as well? What will you do?
I guess you get the female version.
So that is how you plan to win the day?
What's with this opening?
I reward your cleverness this time.
Why did I call him? What did I call him? Ooh. Oh, you get the 3 weapons. Byleth recruits Wait, we're getting 2? Or is she an Echo Fighter?
Of anyone, you should be able to handle the hero's relics.
Heroes Relics. Oh my, it's been a while since I played Fire Emblem.
Superior
Oh wait, so the male was able to use that. So it's the same character?
Unleash the blinding speed of Failnaught. Along with the sword of the creator, each weapon matches a direction.
Oh, I guess we're gonna be going all over the church.
Now it's one.
Ooh, final.
To you, both sides of time are revealed. Through Smash, show the world.
So, Byleth. I feel like I wasted my time waking up. I could have been sleeping. No, but this is good. I'm happy. We still got 5 more characters coming out soon.
Yes, there you have it. Byleth from Fire Emblem Three Houses is joining the battle.
Oh my god, I can
Fire
already
Emblem
imagine
Three
what people are
Houses
going to be
was released
saying.
last summer, so it's still very new. Even so, you'll soon be able to play as them in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. This release is planned for January 28th.
Oh,
You'll have instant
that's quick.
access if you have the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighters Pass, and
Yeah.
it will also be available for purchase individually. In case you're not familiar with Fire Emblem or Three Houses, I'll explain a few things, so don't worry.
Ugh, I haven't even gotten to shave.
First off, what is Fire Emblem? It's really hard to pronounce in Japanese.
Oh my god,
The
are you...
producer said it's okay if I just say Fire Emblem. But when writing it, if you don't write Fire Emblem, the Fire Emblem police will come and get
Emblem?
you, so please be careful.
Fire Emblem.
The series' first entry launched in Japan.
Is there seriously no one who doesn't know what Fire Emblem is by this point? I mean, I'm pretty sure Three Houses was at the Video Game Awards, so...
Tactical.
Yeah.
Well, it's tactical in that it simulates combat.
I'm complaining too much. I should be happy. We're getting Byleth! Yay!
Or in other words, a game in which you advance units across a grid and battle. When we talk about tactical games of that era, there were lots of ones in which you command tanks, aircrafts, and so on. But Fire Emblem was unique because each unit was a specific character, sort of
right.
like in role-playing games.
Oh my god. I remember I played the first Fire Emblem in America on the Game Boy Advance. And I took forever to beat it because I didn't want anyone to die.
So perhaps we should just say they're sleeping with the fishes.
They're dead. Death is natural.
But really, if a character fell in battle, you'd lose that unit. They'd be gone and you couldn't use them again.
That freaked me out. I couldn't let characters die. I had to start over multiple times.
To some degree in classic mode and what have you. But a lot of games now allow strategic withdrawals, so to speak.
Oh right, the
In the older games, your units would really be gone,
Standard.
never to be mentioned again. Scary.
excuse
The
me.
game's stories are told like chronicles.
Oh
of
yeah,
war,
D-pad's
with
reacting right now.
distinct characters and engrossing scenarios. Several characters also appear in the Super Smash Bros. Series, and 6 of the 7 can use a counterattack. It's their down special.
Six fighter from Fire
There's
Emblem
actually a
have a
reason for
counter.
this. When I was considering how to incorporate Fire Emblem fighters into Super Smash Bros. Melee, I thought it might be interesting to reflect the turn-based nature of the original game. First comes your opponent's turn. They attack and you counter. Next comes your turn.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
And now, Fire Emblem Three Houses is the 17th game in the series.
How many were there?
People who aren't Japanese in particular might be thinking, 17 games? There are that many?
Yeah.
Well, if you include Fire Emblem Heroes in the remakes, but you don't include the Satellaview game, Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE, and Fire Emblem Warriors, then it comes out to 17 games. Let's try saying them in the Fire Emblem Can You Say It challenge. I'll give it a try.
Shadow Blade of Light, Fire Emblem Guide, Mystery of the Emblem, Genealogy of Holy War, 3K776, The Binding Blaze, The Blazing Blade, The Sacred Stones, Path of Radiance, I remember, Radiant Dawn, Shadow Dragon, New Mystery of the Emblem, Fire Emblem Awakening, Fates, Heroes, Shadow of
There you
Alma,
go.
Three Houses. I failed.
So, you saw how I was counting in a weird way, right? I was counting in binary.
Oh,
This is 0, fold this here and you get 1, and then you get 2, then 2 plus 1 equals 3. So this would be 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then you get 16. Add 1 and you get 17. Awesome, isn't it? You can actually count up to 31 on one hand.
I can't take my pinky down without
And
taking
if you use
the other
both
one out.
hands, you can count all the way up to 1,023.
Am I doing it right? Okay.
If you've given up counting the knots in a tatami mat, you could always give it a go.
Okay, get to the game
Fire
stuff.
Emblem Three Houses.
Ooh, the main thing.
In Japanese, the male version of the main character is called Bereto and the female version is called Beresu, but in English they share the same name, Byleth. Byleth becomes a professor who ends up leading one of 3 academic houses. Once you've chosen a house, you guide them through their school life, and, well, you end up fighting the other houses. After a certain incident, 5 years pass, and you meet up with your grown-up students to battle against the other houses in their regions. It's a very sad game in which your former allies become enemies, turn hostile, and try to kill you. To understand the concept of Fire Emblem Three Houses, I played an early version of the game before its release.
Oh, that was nice of you.
I've done the same thing before, with The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, for example.
Oh, you dick. I would have
Because
killed to
I
have
couldn't
that.
wait until launch to experience it, or we'd have never made it in time. For that title, I borrowed an early version of the game for 2 days, ran around all the areas, saw the ending, and realized for the first time, I guess we can't really have Breath of the Wild's Princess Zelda as a fighter.
Yeah.
I did the same this time, but with there being 3 houses and multiple endings, it was really hard to get a feel for it.
Oh, damn.
And of course, there weren't any walkthroughs I could reference. The game has multiple routes and the outcome of each is very different. Your experience will vary depending on the route you choose, and many of the characters you meet will adopt different roles in the story.
The house sword
I'll
route.
try to avoid spoilers when I'm talking about the fighter. I hope you'll understand.
Okay.
Before my demonstration, I should point out that when I did the Terry Bogard showcase video, I mentioned that it was recorded a month in advance. But this time, we have to account for the holidays and such, so we're filming 2 months in advance of this video's release. Right
Okay.
now, it's actually November.
Oh.
Therefore, some of what I'm about to show you might differ a bit from the finished version. As always, I'm using a special in-game camera and such for demonstration purposes. Here I go.
Okay. Special in-game camera. As a part of Challenger Pack 3, Byleth.
So, this is our new fighter, Byleth. Sadly, they're lacking in mobility. It's maybe a bit better than Robin's, but that's about all you can say for them.
Okay.
Those are not their strong point either. They're
Move
grab
then.
like,
Show us.
but actually, you could say that they're distance demon. The hero's relic they use changes depending on the direction you input with the stick. Each of the hero's relics is a weapon that appears in Fire Emblem Three Houses. They look like bones, and there's a reason for that. First, let's talk about the weapon Byleth uses for upward inputs, the Sword of the Creator. The Sword of the Creator here is Byleth's default weapon. They use it for flurry attacks and tilt attacks, such as down
Nice.
tilt attacks, where it takes the form of a whip. They also use the sword for dash attacks and other moves. For their up smash attack, they'll whip the sword upward to launch enemies in the air. For their up air attack, they'll wave the whip sword overhead. The hit detection for this attack lasts for a relatively long time. The up special move is really something. The
Up
sword
special?
extends like this, allowing
Nice.
you to do things like this.
Oh wait, so his recovery up B is a
Pretty
grapple?
terrifying how I knocked him into the air with that attack. And in addition, you can do awful things like this. That said, you'll launch opponents upward until their damage reaches a certain percentage. Exceed that percentage and you'll need to be careful. You may find it helpful to mid-air dodge. I've already shown this, but you can also use it to latch onto edges. So that's the up special. Now for the sideways inputs.
Okay.
This is Erdfar, the same name as the weapon from Celtic mythology.
Nice.
First, we'll go through the forward and back air attacks. As you can see, they have a long reach. Like so. Marth's air attack keeps opponents in check too, right?
Right.
If Byleth does the same thing, you'd win out, so you should be able to beat it.
Okay, so it's got
the side
extended
smasher.
reach.
This also has a long range. It'll connect even from here.
Ooh.
Also, if you add an upward tilt, it will be stronger.
Okay, so it's got a bit of a
And
distance.
if you've knocked an opponent down, the side attack won't hit unless you add a downward tilt to aim for them.
Nice.
By the way, the tip of the lance is more powerful. The shaft
Just the
part is
tip.
weaker,
That's all you need.
so it's not suited to close combat. It won't deal much damage, and it won't launch opponents far. That's why, as a rule, you want to hit with the blade part aimed upward. Or downward in this case. Next, the side special move. Byleth will
Nice.
simply swing the lance like this, but again, it has excellent reach. For example, even when your opponent is at this distance, it'll still hit.
Nice.
Actually, you can do a smash attack to charge forward a little, like this. But as you'd expect, it can be easily shielded, so be careful.
Okay. They all can be easily shielded.
Use it in midair and you'll carve up a large area. Returning to the side air attacks from earlier, they have great horizontal reach, but they lack verticality.
Verticality. Is that a word?
So this complements it well. Although you'll be vulnerable when you land. Now, for the downward inputs. For these, Byleth will use an axe.
The
and a
axe.
mirror. It's named after a weapon that appears in Ugaritic myth. First, the down air attack. It really is strong. You can try for a meteor effect with this attack. Next is the down smash attack. A heavy swing of the axe back and forth. As you can see, it has a great deal of launch power. And for the down special, Byleth channels
Ooh.
all their energy into a devastating strike.
Oh wait, that
It's
was.
a bold move, similar to the Falcon Punch, but here's what makes it different.
Wait, was that a smash or?
When readying the move, there's a super armor effect,
Oh, nice. But wait, was that a down?
which allows
that a
you to
smash or-
withstand the attack.
I think that was the
Just
special.
so you know, if you execute a Falcon Punch at about the same time, plays out
Oh,
like this.
oh my God.
It's a bit slower than the Falcon Punch, but due to the super armor effect, you have the advantage. Unless you get grabbed.
Of course.
Another notable aspect is that it lets you pass through platforms. While you're charging up, you can breeze past platforms like this.
Still
into
early.
lower area. It won't let you jump, but you could use it as a surprise attack. You can turn around during the move. The swing takes a while, so if an opponent runs behind you during the move, you can quickly change direction.
Okay.
Even though it can be hard to land a hit with this move, it can be really effective when used against a group of opponents.
Nice.
Plus, even if you fail to land a direct hit, any opponents on the ground nearby will still be launched a little.
Okay.
It's as if the quaking of the ground launches them. By the way, earlier I talked a little bit about the other Fire Emblem characters' moves.
Oh right.
I don't recommend using this down special against fighters from the Fire Emblem series, because you'll just get loads of counters.
Right. He doesn't have a counter.
Power in a
Okay.
single
Nice.
Counters can actually multiply the power of blocked attacks, and using easily anticipated attacks like this could just get you hit by counter after counter. Next, we have the neutral moves. The bow you use is called Failnaught, which shares its name with the bow from the Knights of the Round Table. It only appears in a few neutral moves. You've got the neutral air attack. This attack is similar to a move of Pit's and other fighters like him. It lets you spin the weapon around. It's also easy to create certain combos with it. And with the neutral special, you'll let loose an arrow.
Okay.
It's pretty straightforward, right?
Yeah.
But there are a few noteworthy aspects to this bow.
Okay.
First, the biggest difference between this bow and Link's is that once you enter the command, you can keep charging until it's ready. You can't release it partway through the charge, so when it does fire, the arrow travels at high speed. It's also very powerful. That said, you can still cancel out of the stance using the shield button.
Good to know.
You can also change direction while in the stance.
Oh, that's useful.
It works up until this point, but if you keep holding the button, you'll unleash a powerful arrow that looks like a beam
Cool.
of light. You can perform this move by keeping the button held down.
Okay.
You charge up power like so.
Good to know.
Charge a bit more, and then fire. But again, you'll need to take care when using this move. For one, when you've powered up the move to its max, there's no way to cancel out of it. Not even with the shield button. In other words, you're committed to firing it.
Alright.
So you see, a situation like this is pretty terrible.
Oh, that's right. Oh, you broke the table. My
Once you
student
enter the
seat there.
You won't be able to do anything.
So it's high risk, high
It's a risky
reward.
attack to use against fighters who have a move with a reflector effect. But you could always just aim into the fray, as it is, after all, a long-range move, letting you deal a sudden blow to opponents.
Quit breaking the tables.
So you need to think carefully.
How do you
when
change
using this
areas?
projectile weapon.
What caused you to change
This
areas?
final smash is called Progenitor God,
Okay.
Ruptured Heaven. In the original game, there's a move called Ruptured Heaven. This is an enhanced version.
Oh, I remember that move.
As you can see, you team up with the mysterious Sothis and launch an attack together. Now, let's
Did he
talk
stop?
about the color
Okay.
variations. It's set up so that the default and odd-numbered color variations are male, while the even-numbered ones are female. However, the third, fourth,
Oh, you
and
can turn
fifth
into the
colors are,
houses.
as you can see, reminiscent of the house leaves. Those of you who've played the original game will of course understand what I'm referring to.
And the other one?
The sixth color is based on Sothis, who you
Okay.
just saw earlier.
And the other two?
And the seventh and eighth variations have a different hair color, which is based on something that occurs in the course of the original game's story.
Okay.
Didn't we see this variation in the final smash?
And the Garrick March Monastery. Why was I calling it a church?
For this one, we of course tried to recreate the place where you spend most of the game, Garrick Mach Monastery. This is how Garrick Mach Monastery is laid out in the original game.
Yep.
In these, we chose to have it cycle through the marketplace, reception hall, bridge, and cathedral, all in one stage.
Oh, you just go straight?
It's the type of stage that rotates through different areas, such as these four.
Or you completely skip the
Let me
gatekeeper.
introduce each of
He's
the
my
guests that
favorite.
appear in these four areas. The first area is the marketplace.
Oh, there's the
I
gatekeeper.
think this is where a lot of people come to do their shopping.
Yeah, you
The
don't
guests that
say.
appear here are students of the Blue Lion's house. Dimitri,
Dimitri,
Dedu, and
Dedu.
Ingrid. Not Dimitri, Dudu, or Ingrid. Their names are a bit difficult to say. They're largely from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Since it's a kingdom, that means they have a monarchy. For that reason, I guess you could say Dimitri's the future king. He had quite the difficult life and may or may not end up with just one eye. He's an unfortunate one, that one.
I remember.
There are vendors on either side. In the original game, these are important booths where you buy all sorts of things.
Oh, you
but,
just destroy them.
here
you
can
dick.
break them, you see.
People's businesses
If you do
rely
break
on
them,
that.
The stage will expand to the left and right. I wonder where people will buy their supplies now.
Oh.
And in the background, you can see the gate.
Gatekeeper, yay!
You often pass through this area in Fire Emblem 3 houses, and you end up talking to them a lot. Moving through these areas is possible thanks to this mysterious platform. Just when it seems like you've come to a stop, you'll come crashing back down.
There's the red eagles.
Through the ceiling and
Ooh,
slam
chandeliers. Can you use those as
and the
platforms?
guests in the reception hall are Edelgard, Dorothea, and Petra of the Black Eagles. Take note, it's not spelled Edelgard. They're from the Adressian Empire. And as such, they embrace their military might. Edelgard is one of the characters who is central to the conflict. Depending on the path you take, she'll go through some terrible ordeals.
Ooh.
You'll notice there are prominent
I still gotta
barriers above the stage.
do her house.
It's possible to knock them
Oh, you can use them. Oh, and land on top of people.
However, Byleth can't actually reach it, even though it's their stage. You can reach it with other fighters, though.
Ah, that's sad.
So, it's nice if you can work your way up there by getting lucky and being launched up, or perhaps by using another fighter as a stepping stone. There we go. I made it. And you can knock it down. Also, you can break this table.
Oh, stop breaking the tables.
Just like the sign that reads Furin Kazan in the Suzaku Castle stage, it can break if you launch the opponent into it at close range. Next up, the bridge. The camera rotates 90 degrees, creating this long area. It's very wide indeed.
Yep, there's the Golden Eagles. With Claude and...
It's similar
Golden
to the
Eagles
bridge
was
without
my
the-
first house.
The guests are from
Oh.
the Golden Deer.
Him?
Claude, Hilda,
Luce?
and Lawrence.
Lawrence.
They belong
I was
to
gonna
the
say
Luster
Luce.
Alliance. Because it's an alliance of many noble families, you could say that they have a wide assortment of members. And Claude is the sharpest of the bunch.
Yep.
Incidentally, both Claude and Hilda are the names of characters that appear in Genealogy of the Holy War, the 4th title in the Fire Emblem series. I guess once you've reached the 17th game and are creating 40 characters for each new entry, you're bound to get a bit of name overlap. The naming process must be tough.
Oh my god,
Hey,
it must
looks
be.
like the Pegasus Knight is busy training.
Oh, there is a Pegasus Knight.
As for
Yay.
the bridge's design, it's just a long pathway, plain and simple. You can expect plenty of blows to be exchanged at the edges of the screen.
Oh, right, you don't have a
You could also say
counter.
it's a place where the fail knot really shines, and in this sense, I think it suits the Golden Deer perfectly.
And the church. There's the church.
The last area is the cathedral.
Flame!
Only
Yay!
with some platforms you can pass through.
And
The
Rhea.
guests appearing in the cathedral are Seta, Flame, and Rhea. There's Seta, who appears to have an extremely strong bond with his sister, Flame. She seems to be under the protection of him and Rhea, who you can see fighting during the opening of Fire Emblem 3 Houses. All three have character quirks related to their true identities. I feel that Flame might be saying shush at this point, so I'll leave it at that. This is a simple area of the stage. All it has are these platforms.
Ah, they're good to
In
look
the
at,
last
but
area, it may
the
be
stages have
a
been
space where some
simple so
intense
far.
battles will be waged.
But there's over
We'll take you
100
through each
stages,
location
so
in about
I guess
2.5
that's
minutes.
the best you can do. Okay.
Okay, today we'll have a tag team battle in Squad Strike with the DLC team pitted against Fire Emblem protagonists from throughout the ages. That'll give us precisely 5 players per side. Alright, here we go, Joker. Joker!
Wait.
And Hero!
Ah,
Gee, we really made a lot, huh? Banjo! By
stop.
now, I think you know what I'm doing.
Right.
But basically, I'm trying to defeat all 5 opponents with just the professor here. But as expected, it's going to be a pretty tough battle. So I'm
What
using
level are
anything
they?
I can get my hand.
They're probably on level 9.
It's not going to land that easily.
Oh, he's
Oh,
kicking.
this is bad.
Nope, he got the Pokeball. Oh, Fennekin.
Fennekin's. I better keep my distance. I'll use this chance to attack. Got it.
Nice.
That's scary. He's invincible for a moment here.
Oh man, I thought you were gonna explode.
Lots of explosives. Ouch. The perfect shield of that, huh? Good one. If I do this, or like so. No anti-air, huh? There, the socket is connected. Good, there's Mom.
Mother brain. Oh, Gardevoir too.
Spot, Mom. Ah, I shouldn't have taken that. Gardevoir. Well, I guess no one uses projectiles. At this point, it doesn't matter if Gardevoir's there or not.
Ooh, Smash Ball. Better go get it. Oh man, I really gotta get back into...
See?
Oh man.
But I mustn't give up. I can't waste the chance.
Nice. Oh, he could win now if he could just...
Yes, got it. Now, what are you trying to... There's still more.
Ooh, there's a hammer. Get the hammer.
Go on, you can take the hammer, but it's mine. Although I'm scared I might get hit with a counter in this state. I hit him.
Yes! Oh my god, you won.
I was trying to fight using Byleth's abilities alone, but what matters is that I won. Good game.
It was 5 versus 1. I find that
It can be
fair.
fun to play like this, especially in tag team. So I think it's a good
Let's see if there's
idea
any
to try imposing
responses.
Different types of challenges on yourself. The end.
The end? Oh. Ooh, the song collection. Oh, someone wants attention.
Now, about the additional music. Since it's from the Fire Emblem series, we'll be adding each of the new tracks to all the Fire Emblem stages.
Oh,
There are
Wendy.
already a lot of Fire Emblem tracks in the game. Our selection this time has been made taking those existing tracks into consideration. 11 songs are being added.
Ooh, new arrangements for the main themes.
This includes an arrangement of the main theme in both Japanese and English. I hope you'll enjoy these as well. We're also adding in a new spirit board.
Oh, there's the spirit board.
It includes the house leaders among some of the other popular characters.
Oh, where's Blaine?
Sothis is Legend class. Also, there's a new classic mode route, a Heroic Legacy,
Ooh.
which is designed to let you enjoy classic Fire Emblem stages from throughout the series' history.
Oh, it's just
The
by
final
the
battle
single
is
player
against
mode.
Master Hand and Crazy Hand, but you'll find that something pretty amusing happens, so look forward to that.
Okay.
Now for the Mii Fighter costumes. Please take a look.
Oh, Mii Fighters. Are we gonna get more excited for the Mii Fighter costumes than the hero? There you go, back into blankets. I love you, Wendy. You're the only thing keeping me sane. Are we gonna get Assassin's Creed? Altair? Oh, I completely forgot about Assassin's Creed. I stopped playing after the 3rd. I got bored and annoyed with it. Rabbids! Oh my god. Oh, just the hat. Still pretty cool. They should not have made a Rabbids cartoon on Nick. Mega Man X. X! Just wanna pet my dog? Battle Network, yeah! Are we getting the rest? Are we getting Star Force Mega Man next? Cuphead? There's our... Oh my god! That's awesome! Cuphead Gunner. His gun's just a finger. That's awesome. Did we get the Mugman? No? No, just Cuphead. Oh, wow. Oh, Cuphead gets a song. Oh, it must have been that song we were just hearing. Round 5. 75 cents each.
はい今回新
This
しく
time, we're releasing a Cuphead costume. And for those of you who purchased the Cuphead costume, an additional song will be added. It's called Floral Fury, and it's the theme that plays when fighting Cagney Carnation. I hope you enjoy these as well.
I do.
After purchasing a costume, I recommend using the sharing feature.
Oh, shared
If someone has
content.
created a Mii fighter, you can play using the costume it's wearing immediately after you download it. And now, onto the amiibo.
Ah. Ooh, Dark Samus.
The color palette for Dark Samus looks pretty good, doesn't it? Dark Samus and Richter are planned for release on Friday, January 17th.
Ah, man. Wait. What's happening? I feel like something's gonna happen on the 17th.
そして今回
And now, with the addition of Violet, the Fighter's Pass is finally complete. The lineup was Joker, Hero, Banjo and Kazooie, Terry Bogard, and Violet. From more than 70 fighters, only 5 have been added. But I must say, this game has always been an exceptional experience. And since
Right.
the roster was already so large to begin with, right from the start, we intended to make the most out of the new gameplay mechanics and so on. There really were a lot of new mechanics, weren't there? When we
Ah,
add a
man.
new fighter, we don't simply
Hero
make
was
their
broken.
attacks or their movements a little different. Instead, we try to offer you a whole new style of play.
Up. Violet got
As
left
I
behind.
stated, we'll continue to release more DLC fighters down the line. I had thought that 1 or 2 might suffice, but, well, have a look.
Oh, the next one. Oh, no, just even more fighters in develop. $11! 6! Are they gonna be Echo Fighters? I feel like...
Looks like there will be 1 more fighter than last time.
Nice!
For this reason, we will be releasing the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighters Pass Volume 2.
All Challengers
It
Pack will
available
be...
for pre-purchase on the date shown, so please keep an eye out. And now that it's official, we intend to move ahead with development. Of course, like last time, the contents will remain unknown for now, and I'm personally very sorry that we have to release Fighters Pass Volume 2 when the details have yet to be revealed. Like last time, I'd be very grateful if, despite
Yeah, I'm
that,
pre-purchased.
you would understand why
I'm getting
you
it.
purchased it. Furthermore, the new additions have already been decided.
Okay.
Even if I receive many requests regarding potential candidates on Twitter, I'm afraid it would be very hard to consider them.
Oh, you're on Twitter? Oh, man. I'm so sorry.
But I still hope you'll look forward to it. We're also including a bonus with Fighters Pass Volume 2. Last time, it was a Rex costume. But this time,
Okay.
here's what we have.
Ooh, what do we get? Just... I can already play as Link. Oh!
It's a Mii Fighter costume for Mii Sword Fighter, the ancient soldier gear from The Legend of Zelda.
That's
Breath
awesome.
of the Wild. This will not be for sale individually, so it can only be acquired as part of Fighters Pass Volume 2.
Ah, dick move. Still awesome. Lastly...
スマブラスペシャル
It's
は
been reported that Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is the highest-selling fighting game in the world.
Yeah!
Personally, I don't know if it counts as simply a fighting game, but I guess it's seen as a fighting game around the world.
It is.
Seems like Street Fighter 2 was in the lead for a while, but now Super Smash Bros. Ultimate has surpassed it in total sales.
Nice.
However, I'm not sure if this is accurate. There were 5 versions of Street Fighter 2, or 6 to 7 if we really want to get into the weeds. Plus, there's the arcade versions and the 25.
Take the
other
award,
systems,
stop-
So I don't know if that's been
Don't
accounted for.
question it, just take
I
the
don't know if
award.
that really qualifies as one game. It's up for discussion. So, who knows? But when it comes to a single piece of software, it seems like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is number 1.
Oh, sweet Wendy.
Although, I still don't know if it can really be called just a fighting game. I feel like it's become more than a fighting game. Some sort of celebration of gaming or something else entirely. Also, I feel a deep attachment to the 5 DLC fighters.
非常に感慨深いものを覚えています。第一シーズンの
The first Fighters Pass just wrapped up, but it was decided that there would be more DLC.
Ah, poor
Which means
Sakurai.
no breaks for me. I
Gi-
plan
give
to
this
keep
man a
working
break.
hard, so I hope you can continue to support us.
それでは以上です。
That's it.
お疲れ様でした
Thank you.
Nothing else after? No secret? No. Let me just go back to the Fighter's Pass part. Let's see. Thanks for watching. You're welcome. Where's the fighter?
For this reason, we will be releasing the Super Smash Bros.
Available for
Ultimate Fighters Pass
Pre-purchase
Volume
on 28th.
It will be
All Challengers
available
Pack
for
will be
pre-purchase
released
on the
by
day show,
December
so please
31st,
keep an eye out.
2021.
2. And now that it's official, we intend to move ahead with development.
Oh.
Of course, like last.
So I don't know how to react to this another Fire Emblem character. Also he's on Twitter. I just know people are gonna bitch and moan and complain and yell at him for this. But I'm excited. I'm happy. And then we're getting 6 more fighters and oh, the Cuphead costume. I'm gonna go get that right now. I'm gonna go get everything. Wait, I guess Byleth's not out. Is it all out? I'm gonna go see if everything's out. All right, that was the episode. See you all next time.